developing your strategic intuition. This is Philip Montrose. My wife Jean and I, we help people step up and tap into the heart of success with holistic coaching and healing. And in this short video, I want to share a technique of using your intuition called strategic intuition, originally explored, developed by William Duggan in his book by that name. And I'll give you an example of how we developed it in an energy healing technique called spiritual kinesiology. So first, intuition. As we explain in our Transformational Intuition book and EFT Intuitive Healer course, intuition uses your left brain, but also your right brain. It uses your knowingness, your inner senses. It embraces both your heart and your head and helps you find solutions and helps you be quite creative. And one of the forms is the strategic intuition, which I'm going to show you the four parts to you in just a moment. So let's talk about what it means to create for a moment. The definition is simply to cause to exist, bring into being. And to innovate overlaps, and that can be introduce something new or change or alter by bringing in something new. And intuition can really help you with this big time. And this procedure uses that inner knowingness, that left and right brain, where you used your reason but go beyond it into other realms, other dimensions, and discoveries and solutions will come to you. And here's a way of using that left and right brain intuitively to find solutions and outcomes. Okay, so step one is following the callings of your heart of what you want to do intuitively or what's up in the moment or the given situation. And this is very good for problem solving, this strategic intuition, by the way. If a situation you want to create something, find a solution, a strategy, a way to go forward. So first of all, draw on your inner and outer resources, calling in your heart and your intuitive mind. And second, you reflect on these resources. It's kind of a meditative, open, spacious time, like, yes, I've done some research, I've done some thinking, some maybe going into analogies or what other people have done that have worked that might relate to what I'm doing in some way. Even it might be very far-fetched. Sometimes you don't have a lot to go on, and you just have to draw on other fields or other realms. Johann Kepler, the famous astronomer in the 17th century, to find the planetary motions, had to use other fields, like how we breathe, how we smell, how we relate to things with your senses, because at that time they didn't have a lot to go on. So you may have to go afield and just find analogies too that would work, or things that other people have done that have worked, maybe in different related or not related fields. Then the third part, you've reflected, you've incubated on these resources, these possibilities, and then a flashpoint of insight comes. That's an intuitive breakthrough, that aha, that epiphany, that moment where something new comes through, and that is creative, that is innovative. And it kind of uses your rational mind that you've used, but it somehow has a new possibility, a new connection comes through from what has been to what could be. And the fourth step in the strategic intuition process, the final one, is to test the possibility of your solution, your new intuitive creative solution, and progress is made, and advancement and innovation can occur. So let me give you an example to flesh this out of something that we did that used strategic intuition. So the first step is using our heart and our minds, our intuitive minds, to come up with a healing system. We had found something called hypnokinesiology, a man, Carl Carpenter, had developed. And it used hypnosis and kinesiology. He did his own strategic intuition to develop hypnosis and muscle testing kinesiology. He used an affirmation any everything in every way is becoming better and better in Emile Coué and positive affirmation. And through this affirmation and doing some muscle testing and some reframing and anchoring, he touched some parts on a person's arm. The person had a different view of a problem, and it would happen often quite instantly. Major issues and mental blocks would dissolve. So, okay, so that was something that had worked. We wanted a solution to a healing system, or possibly a better healing system. We studied different systems, in this case, hypnosis and kinesiology. And what came to us is something that we had studied too, which is called soul centering, and developed meditation, a visualization of connecting and embodying your soul, bringing it down from heaven to earth to be realized in that very present state, insightful state. So that soul centering process would be the new combination. That would be the flashpoint, step 3. We said, wow, we could reframe, instead of that positive affirmation, that Emile Coué affirmation that Carol Carpenter used in hypnokinesiology, we would use a soul centering process. And there's different ways to do that, where you just become very present, very connected with your heart and the universe. It's an experience, it's energetic, it's a knowingness. So you can bring this in the moment and reframe your problem with it. So we tested that out. We tested out our new combination of energy healings, and we called it spiritual kinesiology. We developed some of our own muscle testing checklists, but the reframing and anchoring with the soul, the new strategic intuition, discovery, innovation, tested out. People had remarkable results. Breakthroughs with sometimes long-standing problems would transform in a moment. And then we had many examples of that. So that's how spiritual kinesiology, that we developed a couple decades ago, Jane Montrose, my wife and partner, and myself, using the strategic intuition process. So as you follow your intuition, a strategic approach is going to help you in bringing spirit down to earth and making it very practical. And as you progress, your head and heart is going to come together and work together synergistically as a team and produce great results too. So that's strategic intuition, those 4 steps. And we talk about it in our Transformation Intuition book and EFT Intuitive course to go further with this. And you're going to draw on your head and heart to find a possible solution. You're going to reflect on the resources that you find, the possibilities. A flash of insight will come to you. The 3rd step and the 4th, you're going to test it and have progress and advancement and innovation, adaptation. What you need will occur. So this is Philip Montrose wishing you the best with your strategic intuition.